I just wanted to come on here and say publicly, this is really, I'm officially announcing my departure from the Republican Party. We were given 24 hours that we are no longer going to be leading this initiative. And I can say I honestly never thought that I would so deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I voted for him for lower grocery prices. He promised me cheaper prices on groceries.
Right.
And that has not happened. Not only has that not happened, I am getting my food stamps taken. I am getting my cash assistance taken. I am getting my Section 8 taken. I am getting all my welfare governments taken. I did not ask for this. I would not have voted for him if I knew this was going to happen. Somebody to tell me they're lying to me right now because what the you mean that I'm not gonna get my benefits? What the you mean? Because what the happened? Do you understand that there are people like me who cannot work? Do you understand there are people like me who have kids who cannot eat? Do you understand there are people like me who go hungry the last week of the month just so my kids can't eat? Because SNAP benefits is all we get. I need please fucking tell me he's lying. I can't.
I am so tired of MAGA people constantly deflecting with, what about Obama? What about Biden? Who gives a fuck about them in this conversation? You guys literally worship an orange spray tan demigod who has the emotional intelligence of a second grader. A man who speaks like a cartoon villain with lines like, we're always doing the best things and I know more about everything more than anyone else.
Come on, man.
While showing he doesn't know about anything. This guy constantly belittles anyone who doesn't agree with him, talks down to his own supporters, and demonizes immigrants and foreigners like some kind of 1940s propaganda reel. And don't even get me fucking started on this whole, I can stop the Ukraine-Russia war in 24 hours. Bull. He made it sound like a cakewalk, and then the second he gets some fake-ass ceasefire deal from Putin, boom! An hour later, Russia attacks again. Legendary negotiator, he's a fraud, and anyone with a working brain cell can see it. And yet, despite all of this, you people are still blindly cheering as he prepares to over the middle class yet again. This isn't speculation. There are literal tax analysis that confirm he's going to raise taxes on regular people while slashing them for the wealthy. But nah, you guys believe the fairy tale where he's gonna give you tax-free tips, tax-free overtime, and a $5,000 stimulus check paid by Doge. And let's get one thing straight. We were never out here buying Obama or Biden merch like you lunatics do for Trump. Because we don't worship politicians like they're gods. They're fucking leaders, not cult figures. It's pathetic, and honestly, you should be ashamed of yourselves. And while we're on the topic of things that piss me off, I'm so tired of you people screaming about trans people, coming after kids and indoctrinating them, when it's your literal own party that's full of them. Pastors and priests getting caught for sexual assault, grooming, and sleeping with minors every other fucking week. You people are obsessed with protecting children from drag queens, reading books, but turn a blind eye to Republican lawmakers and godly priests actually molesting kids. And just because I support trans people doesn't mean I want every kid in the world to go through gender-affirming surgery. But you think that that's what it means because you can't think past the surface. You hear one buzzword from Fox News and suddenly you're an expert on child development, despite the fact that science, medical professionals, and reality prove you completely wrong time after time. You guys don't think, you regurgitate.
That's wild.
I don't care.
She was asked to leave. She did and returned minutes later with camera rolling.
Discrimination, right?
Boo-hoo! Get out of my bar.
This is what the attorney had to say.
In most states across the country, if it's a non-discriminatory purpose, you can say, not interested in doing business with you.
Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. If you made it this far, thank you. I really appreciate your supporting the channel. Like I said in the previous video, right now I am unemployed, like a whole bunch of people in the United States. They are suffering because everything that's going on. But thank you for your support. The best donation that you could give me is sub and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue. Let's talk about this compilation of videos that we collected. These are a lot of people, you know, that they are, you know, complaining about this administration. They voted for this administration, like the first lady were saying, you know, for lower grocery prices.
Right.
And lower taxes, and we are getting the opposite. I'm not gonna say they, well, everybody's getting the opposite of that, because grocery prices, they have been going up and up since this administration took office. And inflation, to my opinion, inflation is still the same, or maybe it's worse. The economy, people always talk about the economy, but I don't think the economy is good at all. And unemployment is skyrocketing. And like she was saying, you know, a lot of people that take Section 8, for those of you that they don't know, you guys don't know what Section 8 is where you live, let's say in an apartment, in a house, and the government help you with the rents to pay half, let's say 50%, 70%, 80%. It varies depending on your situation. And the EBT, that's the food stamp people, they get government assistance with food stamp to buy groceries at the store. It's a whole mess right now in the United States. And those MAGA people that they voted for Trump, you know, they are regretting their votes 100%. So let's continue with this compilation of videos.
And if they come back?
At the point you've asked them to leave, if they come back, it's actually a crime of trespassing.
On the video, one of the employees did tell the woman they could call police if she didn't leave.
You know this is like discrimination, right?
Seconds later, she walked out.
Why? Why?
Because you're a Trump supporter.
I know, but don't you guys want our money?
No.
Trump supporter.
Get out of my bar right now.
This lady, she's getting kicked out of a bar because she was wearing a MAGA hat.
Get out of my bar.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Out.
Because I'm wearing a Trump
Yes.
hat. That's wild.
I don't care. Get out.
We can call the police, or you can just leave.
You know this is like discrimination, right?
Get out of my bar.
I have a question.
No, I think, sweetie, that is right to refuse service. I don't think it's discrimination. I think anybody can practice it. And I think y'all remember practicing it, but only when it comes to gays, right? When it comes to gays, we know exactly what right to refuse service is. Can't even make them a fucking wedding cake. But when they ask you to leave their bar, suddenly it's discrimination. That's some snowflake.
Let me tell you why your voice matters at town halls and why you need to be there. Right now, there are a lot of people who voted for Trump. And they voted for Trump just because of what he was saying. They never really, ever checked into the issues. Trump got elected. They're like, okay, cool, it's all going to be the same. But they're literally watching the stock market fall apart. Threats of their Social Security being taken away. Threats of the VA being destroyed. The Department of Education recently being shut down. These people are now like going to the town hall and saying, well, I want to hear what's going on. So the person they represent for, they're showing up. But if we're quiet, those people are going to think that what they're hearing from that representative is okay and acceptable. But you guys know, just like I do, it's just a lie. That's all they're doing is that they're spouting lies. So go to those town halls and you have to make noise. You have to let those people know
I'm calling all Trump supporters. If you're not a Trump supporter, just keep scrolling and go about your day. I'm asking that you guys take some time out of your busy schedules to say a prayer for the president and his administration. Never in my lifetime have I seen the attacks and opposition, the disdain, the contempt from people in government and citizens towards a sitting president. Now, if Trump was going along with the program, they wouldn't attack him this way. This tells me he's bringing change. He really wants to make America great again, and they don't like it. They want things to run business as usual, and Trump is saying no. So anytime people are going on national TV and saying that the president is trying to incite a civil war, when we see clearly that he's not, this means they are the ones that is trying to incite a civil war. So let's hold our president up in prayer that God keep his protection, angels, and people within his circle to keep him protected. Because I remember when Jesus came doing nothing but good.
All right, guys. Thank you for your guys' support. Like I said, the best donation for me and my family and to this channel is just give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Talking about this topic again, people, they just feel betrayed because what this administration is doing. But he said it. He was gonna do mass deportation, and that's what he's doing. So people now are surprised about this, but he said it many times. But he said that he was gonna lower grocery prices, but it didn't happen at all. I think the opposite is happening. So, and also he started a trade war, tariff war with everybody in the world. So it's crazy what's going on. So let me know on the comments below what do you think about this whole situation, and see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.